Okay, what do I do? Why is it so dark? Look over here. Okay, so the reason I'm wearing this cap is because what happened? Why did my screen go dark? Okay, hang on, I gotta log in. Did I say that out loud? It is really dark in here, darker than usual, and that's weird. Okay, oh, it's this light. This light is kind of dying. All right, let's try this. Combing my hair, and so I'm wearing this cap, and I'm thinking about I'm gonna blur this out in post, but maybe not, because why? Why should I? I mean, the Athletics are moving to Las Vegas, so yay. So where we left off last time was this. I gotta move closer to the mic. And what are we doing? We're gonna do this on the, what do you call it? The will of Solomon. His name's Solomon? What's his name? I'm supposed to do this podcast. This is gonna be episode 10. So this will be the missing episode 10, which I did with a robot voice. The fool's tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury. Okay, so I'm reading these books by Margaret Mitchell and William Faulkner, while at the same time I've been studying the probate records of an ancestor of mine who died intestate 185 years ago. And when did I publish this? In 2020? As I'm recounting my analysis from said study, I find the need to restrain myself from injecting too much drama into the proceedings laid before me. So now you can probably get the idea of why I seem to have a problem with making this script and what came about of it. The ancestor I refer to is one Patrick McMullan, a great grandfather of mine who died in the year of our Lord 1836 on a rice plantation along the Savannah River in the county of Elbert in the great state of Georgia. And I do mean that. I do truly mean that Georgia is a great state, full of great people. According to one of the documents in the probate records, William McMullan, a son of Patrick and Patrick's stepmother, Elizabeth Stowers McMullan, swore on a Bible in court of law that Patrick died without a will. I don't know why I wrote it that way. That's really over dramatizing. That's just really going over the wall there, jumping the shark, as they might say. But anyway, continuing, this document in the probate records is dated November 1836. Based on my analysis of the 171 images that make up the probate records for Patrick McMullan, he was land rich, cash poor, owned slaves, owed money, and had 4 minor children who were orphaned at the time of his death. In this record, I could see that over 1,000 acres changed hands, and Patrick's estate owned at least 25 slaves. There were almost 20 legatees, heirs, identified in the records, and one of them was my third great-grandfather, David Dobbs. He was the husband of Patrick's daughter, Elizabeth, one of at least 3 women in the records named Elizabeth McMullan. Now, before continuing any further, and in the tradition of the opening pages of a 19th century melodramatic novel, I present, for the reader's benefit, a cast of characters. And I made a list here of the people whom, if I were writing a novel, these would be the main characters of this Southern Gothic novel. So first we have Elizabeth Prather. She's the wife of James Prather and formerly Elizabeth Stowers McMullan. And then we have James Prather. That's Elizabeth Stowers McMullan's second husband. James McMullan. He's the half-brother of Patrick and son of John and Elizabeth. And he died in 1842. John Sinclair McMullan is the son of Patrick and Sarah. Sinclair McMullan is the half-brother of Patrick and son of John McMullan and Elizabeth Stowers. Then we have Ralph McMullan. He's the son of Patrick, and he died in Carroll County in Georgia in 1855. I don't know why I mentioned when these people died, because it's immaterial really to this story. It takes place in 1836. There's Willis McMullan. He is a son of Patrick and Sarah, and he was born in 1811. Now, I mentioned people's when they were born because some of these people are just children at the time of this story. Thomas Jefferson McMullan is also a son of Patrick and Sarah. Up next, we have David Dobbs, my ancestor. He's and husband of Elizabeth McMullan, a daughter of Patrick and Sarah. He was former sheriff of Elberton, Georgia, and a colonel in the Georgia militia. And I only mention that because he kind of took charge at a couple of times during this story. And so by knowing his background as an officer in the military, it kind of gives you an idea of maybe where that's coming from. We have Asa Dobbs, who's David's younger brother. He is also married to a McMullan daughter. He's married to Frances McMullan, the daughter of Patrick and Sarah. Then there's George Gresham, husband of Sarah Ann McMullan, a daughter of Patrick and Sarah. They were married in 1837. So they were just married, I think. I guess is where it happens. Or what happened. Not what happened, but the state of affairs, so to speak. There's Reuben Brown, the husband of Theodosia McMullan, a daughter of Patrick and Sarah. And I mentioned all of these men as being the husbands of these daughters, and I do so because this is a time when women didn't really have the right or the place to speak up for themselves, and they relied upon everything was done through their husbands. And one of the characters who plays a role in that regard is Barnabas Barron. He's the husband of Millicent, or Millie McMullan, and he was a justice of the peace in Elbert County. And so he's another take charge kind of a guy, and he plays that kind of a role, that particular role in this story. But we continue the story. I'm kind of jumping ahead here. Then there are the 4 orphaned children, and that is Patrick Jr., although he's not referred to as Patrick Jr. in the documents. He was born in 1820. Then we have William Marion McMullan, who was born in 1823. Mary Catherine McMullan, who was born in 1823. Were they twins? I have her being born in the same year as William Marion. And then there's Susan Antoinette, who she's only 3 years old, and she was born in 1833. And I think that is when her mother died, because they are orphans. And the identity of Patrick McMullan's second wife and the mother of these orphan children is unknown. And her pre-existence is, I guess, merely implied by the record because she's not mentioned by name in the probate records. Patrick's first wife, Sarah Walker, the mother of my great-great-great-grandmother, Elizabeth, she died in 1818. And so therefore she's cannot be the mother of these children that were born in the 1820s. There is an implication that the mother of the orphans was related to Patrick's stepmother, Elizabeth. Her stepmother, Elizabeth, was the woman who married Patrick's father, John McMullan, his third wife, I guess. Is that right? Anyway, we'll continue the story. And her brother, Thomas Stowers, that's where I get the name Stowers from, because I know that it was Elizabeth's brother. And I think that I make that connection because in this story, they are both made guardians of these orphans. So that's how I'm assuming that the mother of these orphans was related to Elizabeth and Thomas as possibly a sister. In the publicly available archives of the state of Georgia, I'm gonna stop. That's good coffee. Starting now. In the publicly available archives of the state of Georgia, the documents, as they appear online, seem to be ordered in a chaotic manner. They are 171 images with numbering that begins with number 138 and then ends with number 306. And some of these images are only just cover sheets, while the majority of the other pages can be categorized into three headings. The first part would be the treatment of Patrick McMullan's human property, the slaves that he owned, and including in that the disposal of his land. Secondly, we have the treatment of the minor children of Patrick McMullan and his mysterious second wife. And I say mysterious only because we don't know her name. Thirdly, evidence of a lawsuit and other disagreements among the legatees, everybody who's involved in the will, the adults. And that adds a little spice in the drama to the story. Otherwise, you just have the sad story of the enslaved people being sent to wherever or sold down the river, so to speak. And then you have the list of his inventory of his household goods and the disposal of those things given. So-and-so got this and so-and-so got that. But without this courtroom drama in there, it certainly makes things a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to start with the latter item, as I hinted at this in a previous post, and I mentioned this in John McMullan's in the previous episode of this podcast. And by this, I'm referring to a notice that appeared in a Georgia newspaper in 1841. While I was searching the newspaper archives for my ancestor David Dobbs, I came upon a court order from the inferior court of Elbert County, Georgia, that was published on page 3 of the Washington News and Planters Gazette, November 18th, 1841 edition. Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that we've run out of time again, and I'm sorry, but we have to end the episode here. But if you enjoyed watching this episode, don't forget to hit the like button down below, and please subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye.